England have booked their place at next year's World Cup, but their chances of making an impact in Russia are slim if recent history is anything to go by. Gareth Southgate's side wrapped up their successful Group F campaign with a 10 victory in Lithuania on Sunday, extending England's unbeaten record in qualifiers to 39 matches. Southgate should take only minimal encouragement from that, however, as England have often eased through the qualifying stage before suffering ignominious exits when it gets to crunch time in the tournament. In the 51 years since England won the World Cup on home soil, the national team's reputation has been tarnished so badly that fans turned their back on them when qualification was clinched against Slovenia on Thursday. With Wembley barely half full, England endured the indignity of supporters becoming so bored with a limp display that they took more pleasure in throwing paper aeroplanes onto the field and cheering pitch invaders. At the final whistle, England's players went through the motions of celebrating their place in Russia against a backdrop of empty seats as fans trudged to the exits. It was a far cry from the heady days of Euro 96 and the 1990 World Cup, when England enthralled a nation with their runs to the semi-finals. Past England managers have been able to call on far more star-studded lineups than the current crop available to Southgate, but picking household names has been no guarantee of success. In the Sven-Göran Eriksson era, the likes of Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, John Terry, Paul Scholes, David Beckham and Wayne Rooney were all among the best players at their clubs, with silverware and successful Champions League experiences on their CVs. Southgate has a much less seasoned squad, with even his leading stars Harry Kane and Dele Alli yet to win a club prize and Marcus Rashford just beginning to fulfill his potential. Eriksson's gilded group never made it past the last 8 at any major international tournament, but at least they flirted with greatness. Southgate has inherited a generation that seem to regard international duty as an unwanted chore, and changing that mindset will be crucial to long-term success. "We have it to prove. No problem. These guys are hungry to prove it," Southgate said optimistically. Having missed one of England's penalties in the Euro 96 semi-final lost to Germany, Southgate infamously took part in a television advert mocking that painful moment as he wore a paper bag over his head to hide his identity. If England fail as badly as they have in the last 2 tournaments, Southgate would do well to keep an even lower profile. England managers perceived to have let the country down have been lampooned by the tabloid press, and their careers rarely recover from the trauma. With so little to cheer in recent years, England fans have almost abandoned all hope, and that should take a little pressure off Southgate and company in Russia. "People probably are going to be cynical," England goalkeeper Joe Hart said. "It's our job to change that. The only way to do that is by doing well at a tournament. Fans will be watching.